What's going on, everyone? LT here again with Horsepower Everyday. Today I am taking advantage of this somewhat sunny Sunday, and before we get into the whole Super Bowl 51 thing, shout out to the Falcons. I'm not a Falcons supporter, you know, in other words, I'm not a Falcon fan, Giants all day, but on this day I support the Atlanta Falcons because them Bill Belichick's and Patriots and Tom Brady's, they got to go. Anyway, I'm taking advantage of the day part of the Sunday, this nice part of the Sunday, to make my way to the Washington, D.C. Auto Show. This is the last day for it. Unfortunately, due to work and some other stuff, I couldn't make it during the week, but I'm taking advantage of it today, and I'm hoping I get to see some incredible cars today at the show. Now, in my opinion, the best overall, if you were to ask me, is the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. That, to me, hands down, is numero uno, but that is also based on the shows that I've been to. So Geneva could be better, LA could be better, but who knows? What I know for sure is, based on where I've been, out of the ones that I've been to, is the North American International Auto Show. But today belongs to DC, and I will be going down there. I'm looking forward to seeing a plethora of vehicles, stock, modified, custom, old school, new school, you know. Out of all the cars I'm hoping that they have there, I'm actually hoping that they have the Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio, the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Yes, I know what I'm talking about, just saying. I am hoping that they have that there. That, to me, is Alfa Romeo's charge back to the U.S., or depending on how it sells, it could be its swan song. However, I've heard that it is an incredible vehicle. I have seen some of the reviews by some other well-known YouTube reviewers, and I am hoping to see it for myself firsthand. So I'll be down there taking some video, taking some photos, giving my opinions, and sharing them with you. So I hope you enjoy it. I will catch you guys in a little bit. I'm making my way there now, so I hope to see you soon. So I just parked the car and I'm making my way up. I literally have to go up 3 floors now and literally walk because they do not have an elevator that's open to folks in here, which is stupid, but we're gonna get this thing done. All right, there it is, DC Auto Show. Tickets first. Now, before I even get my auto show ticket, I'm stopped dead in my tracks by this beautiful Aston Martin DB9 convertible. Definitely a gorgeous car, and definitely set the tone for what I'm expecting for the rest of the auto show. I only wish I could have gotten a chance to drive it, but apparently you could rent the vehicle. I should have looked into that. So I'm officially stamped and ready to go. I'm gonna start with the bottom floor, which is usually the imports. Then we go upstairs, which is America. So we're gonna go check this stuff out. So here we are at the import section on the lower level, and as you can see, it is massive. So we're gonna start in this area that's right below me, which is Audi. Audi presented a lot of their 2018 models to the DC Auto Show. I got to check out the A3, the A6, and the A8. I also got to check out the RS7, even though I still have a bit of an issue with the low slanting roof. And I also got to check out the S5, one of my favorite vehicles, even though I have a little bit of an issue with the front nose. It reminds me a bit of a Mazda smiley face. But the main attraction for Audi was their 2017 R8 Spyder. Presented in this awesome blue, this 5.2-liter V10 engine produces 540 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque, and will take you from 0 to 62 miles an hour in approximately 3.6 seconds with a top speed of 198 miles an hour. And here is the 2017 Lincoln Continental, or rather, here is the 2017 Lincoln Continental. The Continental moniker returns in 2017 with a perfect blend of modern technology meets classic styling and luxurious comfort. With the option of 3 gasoline direct injected engines, this 201.4-inch long, 82.3-inch wide, 4,200-pound luxury sedan comfortably seats 5 and will get you an EPA estimated 18 city, 27 highway with a 2.7-liter, 335 horsepower V6 option. Pricing starts at $44,560. Making my way through the import floor, I stopped by Lexus to check out the LC500H. With pricing at approximately $96,500, I really wasn't impressed. I mean, really, Who wants to pay $100 grand for a car with the tail of a Toyota Mirai? Porsche displayed some impressive vehicles, including the 2017 718 Cayman at a surprising $79,440 and the Panamera Turbo at $146,900. Range Rover displayed their Evoque HSE convertible. Now, while I'm open to ingenuity and new ideas, I seriously saw no use for this car. The trunk is a small liftgate, trunk space doesn't exist, and at $57,000 MSRP, this serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever. Seriously, add an extra $9 grand and get a Range Rover Sport. More power, more performance, trunk space, seat 7 with a third row, and you don't have to hang your head in shame. Or just get an F-Pace. Moving on to Mercedes. First up, the AMG C63S. What impressed me with the lower level luxury performance sedan is that Mercedes didn't make it feel that way. They didn't sacrifice luxury for performance. It was exceptionally comfortable to sit in, access to all buttons and knobs were within reach, and I felt this car would be capable whether you're on a track, a trip, or around town. But at $83,575, I'm sure I could find a better option. Next, the E43 AMG. What disappointed me the most is that this car was very uncomfortable. It felt more closed in, like a cockpit rather than a sedan. If I had to choose a luxury performance sedan, I'd stick with the C-Class. But if I had more Mercedes options, I'd probably go with one of the next two vehicles. Now, I'm not a big fan of these low-sloping roof coupe-style SUVs, but I must say the AMG GLE 43 SUV was a nice place to be. I did like the overall styling of the vehicle. The interior was certainly Mercedes quality, and at $69,650, it's certainly a better place to start than the C63S. Or I'd go with the 2017 GLS SUV. Here, you're getting more for your money. A true SUV in size and capacity. Contrary to the GLE, the GLS seats 7, but I'd say 5 comfortably since you'll probably keep the third row seats down for more storage space. And as it's not an AMG, you get to start at a base price of $67,550. The new C300 Coupe and Cabriolet were also on display. I've had a gripe with the C-Class Coupe for many years, and that's the price to power ratio. There is no justification in paying 40 to 50 grand for a two-door vehicle with a 4-cylinder engine, and unfortunately, this issue continues. And to resolve it, you have to pay at least 16 to 17 grand more for a base AMG C63 Coupe with a 4-liter V8. Well, at least I got to see the AMG GTS. This 4-liter direct-injected V8 looks stunning in Mercedes diamond white metallic and comes with a range of features including an optional rear badge deletion. You know, so folks won't know what you're driving when you're in Mexico. Pricing starts at a hefty $131,200. I am off to Cadillac. I made a quick stop by Cadillac to check out the Ats-V Sedan and the Ats-V Coupe, two of my favorite cars. Why? Well, its twin-turbo direct-injection V6 produces 464 horsepower. It goes from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, but more importantly, you won't find too many luxury performance sedans or coupes that still come with a manual. Yes, a lovely 6-speed manual that is remarkably smooth going through the gears. My favorite features for 2017? The no-lift shift manual, launch control, active rev matching, 6-piston front, 4-piston rear Brembo brakes, and magnetic ride control. Worst feature? The damn car still has Cadillac Q in it. Throw Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in there and let's make this a perfect car already. I made a pit stop by Infiniti and took some time to admire the Q60S. The G37 Coupe replacement has very attractive styling, even though the interior doesn't appear to have changed much from its G-Class predecessor. But why did I take so long? Well, Infiniti had the most impressive feature at the show, a Samsung wireless charging station. Thanks, Infiniti. Making my way off the import floor, I caught a quick look at the Mazda MX-5 Miata and its RF counterpart. I checked out the new Atlas R line by Volkswagen and caught a quick shot of the Acura NSX, which Acura wanted to point out is the 2017 Luxury Green Car of the Year by Green Car Journal, by placing their glass award in a glass case. Okay, on to exotics. On my way to the exotics, I caught some great-looking classic and modern Mustangs, just hanging in the corner of the convention center. And I got a chance to speak with the owner of the red Mach 1, and he had a great story. Here's a small clip.
29 years ago, I acquired it, and I restored it back to original.
So you've had it for 29 years.
And that's the way it's supposed to look. The black hood that's painted on there.
Yeah.
And the hood pins.
And the hoods and the spear. Yeah.
That's the way that car read, and it is truly a Mach 1.
Wow.
And
Numbers matching and everything.
Yes.
Oh, that's
from
incredible.
the carburetor all the way to the rear end.
The latest change to the DC Auto Show is that the exotics got their own showroom in the upper ballroom of the convention center. And like the ballroom, the cars presented here were quite impressive. There was a Ferrari section where past and present shared the show floor. Loved the F430 Scuderia and the Enzo. The Bentley Continental GT and the Aston Martin V12 Vantage S got to show off on the show floor with their tops down. Speaking of Bentley, they also showed off the Continental GT Coupe in their Barnado green color, the Flying Spur in Arctica white, and the Bentayga in the stone-colored paint scheme. I love the brand name etched in the headlights. I took a quick break from the exotics to check out the custom high-end imports that were also on the floor. There was a custom Bmw M6 in silver or gray, a Nissan GTR in a candy blue, and a silver 370Z. I definitely like the lowered stance and the unique details on each car. Speaking of unique, here are two very unique slingshots by Polaris. Definitely a fan of the military-themed one. America! On the way out of the ballroom, I took advantage of the row of exotics leading you out the door. There was an Aston Martin DB11 with its massive 5.2-liter V12, two McLarens, the royal blue 650S Spyder and the orange 570S, a sky blue Lamborghini Huracan Spyder, and two clean representatives for Rolls-Royce in the form of the black badge Wraith and the blue Dawn. A very impressive send-off. So, there wasn't as many exotics as I thought they would be. They were really cool, but there wasn't a lot of them. So, going into the final section here, and that is the domestic vehicles. America! Now, while there were a great number of domestics on display at the auto show, there were only a few that piqued my interest. Chevy showed some great cars, trucks, and SUVs. My favorites for the show were the 50th Anniversary Edition Camaro in a V6 version, and the new Special Edition Silverado in bright red. But I would have liked to see the Special Ops Black Edition in a crew cab. Ford presented their 4-cylinder version of the 2018 Mustang Convertible. While it is a good-looking car, I'm not a fan of the squinted tri-bar lights in the front, nor the styling of the tri-bar tail lights in the back. Feels like Ford is taking the Mustang back to its secretary roots. Dodge presented their own house of muscle with the well-known 707 horsepower Challenger Hellcat. But I enjoy taking a look at this silver 392 Hemi with the shaker hood. Surprisingly though, what I didn't expect to see on this floor was the one car I was truly hoping to see. The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. This 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6 power plant produces 505 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque, and gets from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. It's rear-wheel drive, has a near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution, has 4 different drive modes for sporty, daily, efficiency, and race driving, 4-piston front and rear Bembo brakes with the option for 2-piece carbon ceramic, race-inspired Sparco seats, and a top speed of 191 miles an hour. Almost perfect, but one problem. When the Giulia was in production, it was supposed to come to Uncle Sam with a 6-speed manual transmission. However, just before its release, Alfa Romeo scrapped the manual and all we get is an 8-speed automatic. All in all, I am glad to see Alfa Romeo back in the US with a proper performance sedan, because I wouldn't know what they expected us to do with that 4C. And that will just about do it. Thanks for watching this episode of Horsepower Everyday. I'm sorry it took so long to get this video out. I had a couple other things going on. But if you did enjoy it, feel free to hit that like button and also subscribe as there'll be more videos to come. You can also check out my V6 versus V8 video right about here. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All the information is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.